punching me? What are you doing, bro?
Something that stuck with me from the weekend. Vladi's antics.
Hit me! Bro, I'd be so happy to do so.
He's the class clown. It's a good thing to have in the team for sure. To recap the first week, even though we went 2-1, I think our showing was pretty weak overall. We had troubles in the early game leading up to the weekend, and I think it showed on stage as well. We still have to work on our consistency and to actually stick to the plans we do and also being aggressive. I think that was a big part, which is understandable. Again, we had rough days leading up to the weekend, and then if you don't have the confidence to go for the fights, the games become kind of a snooze fest. Against Los Ratones, I think both teams were kind of AFK. We were just AFK a bit less. I think they had the same issues of like nerfs and having to get into the groove. Against SK, it looked like a blowout. It was also, but I think we missed like 4 timings. We could have went bot or through mid to bot to kill them, and we didn't play it out well, but there was like a very good review afterwards. And we improved on that, and then in the NAVI game should have been a loss as well, right? I think Vladi getting chunked out level 1 is a big mistake. Funny enough, I think it happened last year as well to Humanoid in the same matchup. When you go Waters, Azir, and Akali can chunk you level 1, then it swings. So we can't this bot crap, and then the whole early game plan also crumbles. So not the best showing, but we're happy having went 2-1. I'm still pretty happy with the team overall. The vibes are good, focused. Of course, we have our arguments, but what I really like here is that it's really focused on what is best for the team. So while people have their own opinion and they comment maybe into the review a bit of a harsher tone, the discussion is very focused on what we should do next, and there's no ego involved. People are also very quick to like apologize and go back from maybe being a bit harsher or more or louder, let's say. And that's an environment I really like. So it's really a unit that we all try to improve on together. Obviously, though, again, I think we need better performance in scrims leading up to the weekend, so we actually have the confidence on stage, especially for the rookies. They're very depending on that, and we need to have an eye on that to make sure that they go into the weekend feeling a bit less pressured, less anxious, and more happy to be there. Obviously, playing for Fnatic brings always the pressure with itself, right? They know that, even without going on social media, but I think we could have done a better job to prepare them mentally, and this is something we're focusing on this week as well.
It's from Poland. I can't hear you. Yes.
I think the rookies are overall in a good spot. I'm happy with how they're performing, especially in practice. I think I'm happy how they bring themselves into the team. On stage, I think Lospa needs a bit more confidence and knowing that he can fuck up and it's fine. I think Imperius is a bit further there. Like you saw the Rumble game where he just refused to flash because he feels like he can be greedy. It's a mistake, he ends up dying, but the mentality is important, right? That you don't play it safe just because you're a rookie. Again, Lospa knows the full trust of the team, and again, it's hard to say it's best of ones, and we couldn't get to the point in the game where we feel the strongest in the mid game without being behind. So they also have lots more to show and how we play the map, hopefully the coming games. But besides that, I think the resilience we've shown against NAVI is important. That the game was really doomed, but everybody still tried to play the win. Didn't get a mood down, especially after having a bad game against SK already. It could have been a quick 1-2 weekend, but we believed in our scaling comp. We believed in our team fighting, which is also pretty good for the stage we are as a team, and I'm happy that we stuck to the game basically and didn't give up and won. And I told him as well, like in 3 weeks when playoff starts and we qualify, no one will care how we won that game, right? The important thing is we won, and the important point is that we didn't give up together.
1, 2, 3, fight!
I mean, the plan is just to put more hours, right? We are very thinly staffed at the moment, but everybody just has to work harder than we did the week before. The early game especially is a thing of repetition, of understanding the patterns. So we have to talk more in depth about the early game. We have to repeat more games where maybe a player doesn't go for the solo kill or doesn't go for the trade that he doesn't quite know how it works out, but instead we play it more stable and more as a team. And that is what we're currently doing. So it's not going to be a quick progress, right? I wish this would be a TV show where I can snap my finger and suddenly we improve on everything we're doing wrong. But we know where we're lacking. I think this is really important, especially as a young team. We can address it, and we have still very open conversations about it, and we make sure that everybody's aligned on what we do. And so far, at least this week, going into week 2, I'm overall pretty happy with the direction we're going. If it shows on stage, of course, it's always hard to say. It's best of ones, and I can't promise if we make a mistake early that we don't let it snowball. So that's too early to tell. But overall, the trajectory, at least, I think we're on a good way.
I just felt like if I don't go anywhere, we are not getting any control.
But not only when we're behind. When we're behind, obviously, we need to have numbers to get control. But I feel like they were taking everything just so easy.
I'm just saying, if I see one more,
We're not doing anything.
Eating it up the ground.
yes, actually. I'll bend you over, you fucking lick it off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a harder weekend. MKOI for sure is one of the top 2 teams right now, and the league maybe even the best team. They stuck together, they know how to play together. It's gonna be a rough game. We can win, but they should be the favorites. Giants and Vitality are the teams where people see us in the same kind of tier. I'm very confident that we can beat both of those teams, but best of ones can be iffy. So I personally don't want to focus on the result only, but only on the segments we show, right? Because ultimately you want to be a good team, not a team that ends up winning a best of 1.
Misa, you don't say anything to him now? He's punching me.
Vladimiros. Bloody.
I don't do anything. What are you doing, bro?
And for the fans, I mean, we saw the support. We also saw some question marks about the performance. We understand. We're on the same page, right? We don't think that the week was good just because we won 2-1. So just give us trust and give us a bit of time that we're working on the right things. And support the guys, especially Lospa and Piros. They're in a interesting spot in their career right now. They want to show you guys that they belong. So just make sure to carry these guys on your shoulders when they do well and to lift them up when they do a bit worse sometimes.